Hi beautiful souls, this is Yami and you are watching Alchemistic Healing. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry this video is being uploaded a few days late. I'm hoping to upload a video by every Sunday, Monday the latest. But here we are. So I'm in California. It's been extremely hot. The heat has left me feeling a little drained. But in any case, there's been a lot of synchronicities that have been coming up for me. And on to the message for this week. So the butterfly has been a message that has, an image also, that has kept coming up for the last few months, on and off. We're definitely in a phase of transformation. That's without question, of course. But when I sat with the image that was coming to me, I also drew a card, and the card was specifically a blue butterfly. Now, if we look at the color blue just by looking it up and seeing what it means, there's a certain meaning. But for me, blue is just a very calming color. It's very, obviously it reminds me of water, flowing. It's also full of strength for me. But if we look it up, it has to do more with depth and trust, wisdom, confidence also, and faith. But when I explored this vision of this butterfly before me, it was more entailing that we should focus upon a rising up, what it is like to rise up above, negativity, above the things that are currently happening, not to lose focus, and not to lose sight of these things, but more so to not let it bring us down, to not let it bog us down, and to look on the bright side and to focus on flying. Of course, what does that look like, right? The reason I hadn't uploaded this video is because I was feeling lethargic. I was feeling a bit drained, and the heat had to do with that. But it's also, again, we're living in very heavy times. My days don't always look, uplifting, it doesn't look like I'm, rising above. Not every day it's going to be like that for everyone, and that's okay. But every day I do have a sense of who I am, what is really happening on deeper levels. So even though my human self may feel down or drained or sad or overwhelmed or frustrated, my higher self always knows better. My higher self always knows best because I'm always connected to divine. So to me, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There is always hope. One of the major things that was brought up is, again, going within and going into deeper states of awareness. And hopefully you watched my last video. But this week and this topic also keeps coming up again, we should look at intention more closely, right? Intention. So what is meant by intention? When you look up the definition of intention, that's something that is intended, right? So there's a plan, there's purpose, there's an aim. Now, if you look at your daily life, and I brought this up again, right? Where are you lacking intention? Or how do you practice intention? There's also the aspect of reverence, which I've brought up before in another video. So obviously when we define reverence, that is to have a deep respect for someone or something. So again, that's reverence, is having deep respect for someone or something. So we start with reverence. If you look on TV, in the media, in the government, right now there is not a lot of room for reverence. There is not a lot of reverence for life happening right now that we see in the collective, in our communities, in our society, in the mass media. But what we are being called to do is cultivate the reverence within each and every one of us, right? What do we have respect for? What do we hold in reverence, right? What do we take in every day? How do we speak to people? Again, this is huge, and it's going to keep being huge, I think, this whole year. How do we show up? It doesn't mean that you're a saint. It doesn't mean that you're perfect. Even these gurus that you might look up to or whatever, that's not what it's about. It's about living in this flow and living with this continuous essence of seeing yourself in everything and everyone else. Again, not easy to do. Easier said than done, yes. But some of us, we wake up in the morning, I think everyone's baseline is different due to what your soul has come here to learn, due to what your soul is here to do. Some people, they wake up every day in gratitude, they wake up happy, whatever that looks like. And it doesn't mean necessarily a smile on your face, all day long, you're super, chipper and rainbows and butterflies, it doesn't have to be that way. But for some people it is. And for other people, they're in this very peaceful and state, and their happiness, even though it might not show in a huge smile or being super peppy, is that they are happy with what is. They are happy with who they are, with what they bring, to the world. And, there are other people that might wake up on a whole different part of the spectrum, which is like, they wake up and they find no value in the things around them. They find no value in this life or in themselves. It's real, wherever you are, respect that, but that hopefully, we should be moving towards reverence and intention and being aware of these things as we live our daily lives. I, for myself, choose to believe that is where the collective is heading, that we are working towards having more reverence towards one another, that we are working towards seeing each other as one, unifying as a human race, because we all have common goals. We all want our loved ones to stay safe. We all want freedom. We all want the ability to express our truths, our beliefs, our lives in the ways that we see fit and just. So this aspect of intention also plays a big part into that, right? So when you wake up every morning, what do you intend? What are your intentions for the day, for the life you plan to live, for the people you are around? When you speak, what do you intend? And again, this is not a judgment. This is just, if you observe yourself, again, everyone will be on a different part of that spectrum. There are people that speak constantly without thinking, or there are people that speak with the intention to hurt or to belittle, right? And that's not always easy to ignore, if it's being directed at you. But what you need to keep in mind, again, is that's coming from that individual for a specific reason, whether they are, consciously aware of it or not. There is intention behind that. And for some people, they may not even have an intention because they're just living from, a place of reaction or hurt. But no matter what, as individuals, we can each play our part in being more intentional. And hopefully we can, if you're watching this video, we can agree upon that. And you can share your thoughts on, ways that you can be more intention centered and, more aware of what your intentions are each day and in every way. And reverence, back to reverence, hopefully, we are all holding sacred reverence, towards ourselves, Start there. That's a big one for a lot of people, especially if you've been hurt continuously, especially if you come from a place where there is lack of love, lack of self-respect, lack of self-worth, That's definitely somewhere that we all need to start first is, reverence for ourselves. And then we can overflow into other aspects and parts of our lives and into other people. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. So basically, yeah, holding those two, you know, points in mind, points of reference for the next week and things to focus on and practice, you know, just remember to rise above it all, you know? Yes, it's cliche and sometimes cheesy, but definitely to look on the bright side right now, you know, if things feel heavy for you. Focus on one thing at a time maybe, and, you know, start small, but try doing things that lift you up. Try doing things that lift you up, and hopefully that lift others up. All right, I think that's it for this week. Let me know if that resonates with you. I hope you are all doing well. And if not, I hope that these videos help you find some tools, or, you know, that you hear a message that you can resonate with. I love you all. Love and light. This is Yami. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.